The fight for this year's Playboy MX-5 Cup Championship is raging. Floridian Eric Foss is one of the drivers who's been strong all season.
The Team MER Playboy Mazda has been great all year long.
Fellow Floridian Todd Burris is another driver with championship hopes, but there are a whole field full of contenders who want to try to derail that title fight. What's going to happen today when we go racing at Road America? Welcome to Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, part of the Road Race Showcase. I'm Rick Benjamin. Elliot Forbes Robinson will join me topside in just a couple of moments for our call of the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup. It's been a wild weekend of action here at Road America. Hard to top what we saw at Portland a couple of weeks ago. One of the three prime point contenders is the fastest qualifier here this weekend. He's standing by with Derek Perniciglio.
Well, Rick, only 3/100ths of a second separated first from second this afternoon. Todd Burris, you're on the pole. Can you pick up that first win of the season?
We're definitely going to try. I mean, Hoover Speed put together a great car. Got to thank pancreaticcure.org. They've got me here, and you know, the Hoover Speed car is hooked up, and it's really working well. The draft means a lot, though.
Saw you and Ryan Shims talking before on pit road. He's going to start right alongside of you, but what were you two discussing?
We were talking about turn one. Turn one, turn two is real important here. If we just need to get in line and go, no fighting each other, because, like I said, the draft's important and it'll allow everybody else to come up. So we just want to keep it clean, have a nice, good race, and figure it out towards the end.
A 20-car field, Elliott, set to do battle today here at Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Great racetrack, one of the legendary facilities really in this country.
Yeah, it is, and you know, it's one of those places that when they talk about drafting, slipstreaming, it is very important here. And another thing is brakes, because at the end of 8 straight, you've got a really tight corner. So between the brakes and the drafting is what's going to be important.
One of the longest straightaways anywhere, that long run uphill to turn one. It's more than 4 miles. Show us a little bit about this racetrack.
Well, if you come up the straight, you can see there's each straightaway in turn 1 and in turn 5, very tight corners at the end. Those are going to be the places where all the action's going to be, because the fact is that's where you're going to get the draft and try and make your passes.
One contender's got to go to the back for the start. Here's Derek.
Well, Steve Welk is a hometown driver, only lives about 2 hours from Road America. He qualified in the top 10, but the problem in qualifying yesterday is going to relegate him to start last. And Steve, what happened yesterday in qualifying?
Well, I had a little bit of contact with another driver, and the officials deemed me at fault, so they took away my times and put me to the back. So I'm gonna have to start and, you know, work my way up. You know, it's not, you know, I don't, you know, it happened. Whatever happened happened. Now I just got to work my way forward from here. Hopefully we get a good start and catch a caution and can get back into the top 10 and, you know, start battling for a top 5 before the end of it.
It's a long way to go, starting dead last, but you have the advantage of knowledge of this track. How much is that going to help you today?
I think that's where home track advantage is going to really help me. I know, you know, I know every inch of this track. I know where to pass. I know how to pass. And I think it's going to be the advantage that I have here coming through the field. So hopefully it works out in my favor.
Well, if there's a car that you can watch that's going to work his way up through the field today, it's going to be this orange car of Steve Welk.
And it's going to be tough getting up through the pack, because these cars are still so equal coming up there. It's going to be very tough, and people aren't going to be watching their mirrors.
Yeah, exactly.
Drivers, start your Mazda engines.
Starting command being given down on the grid here at Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. 3 races complete in the 08 season. Here's that points battle. Top 3 separated by just 13 markers.
It's going to be close, and these guys are up there every week. It's going to be tough for a guy to get much of a lead.
Brad Rampelberg, a series rookie. He won his first race at Portland a while back. Of course, Robert Huffmaster, 4th in points, won his first race. That was at Mosport back in the month of May. Field starting to pull away. There's Steve Welk in the back of that McLaren Orange 57. He's got to drop to the rear for the start here. 19 cars will take the green this afternoon at Road America. Starting lineup, Todd Burris' first career pole. Ryan Shims out of Austin, Texas will line up alongside in that 81 car. Back in the second row, Aaron Malkasian in the 11. Elaban Goulart from Connecticut. He was a quick qualifier at Road Atlanta. Had to start from the back there. He's going to try for a good finish. There's Foss, the points leader.
Yeah, and Foss is a little bit further back than we normally see him, but I think we're going to look for him to come to the front, because he has every race. Christian
Frank starting alongside. 4th row, Huffmaster and Rampelberg, 2 guys who've been winners. There's Deborah Lott in the top 10. We'll take a look at her today. Randy Hale will start alongside her in the 5th row. And then the rest of your starting lineup looks like this. Mike Jenkins, Harrison Williams. Robert McCalion's been a contender a couple of times this year. He comes from 14th on the grid, and there's Steve Welk shown back outside the final row in that 57 car. He's an instructor here at Road America. Elliot, what kind of advantage is that for a guy like Welk?
Well, you know, it does help you in some ways because you know what's coming up next. But at a place like this where the drafting is so important, I think it's just going to be really tough to get up through that grid.
We'll see what Welk can do from that rear starting position. Has to come from the 10th row. Onboard video today from Aaron Malkasian's machine. You get a look at some telemetry as well. Up the hill they come, ready for the green here at Road America, part of the Road Race Showcase. They're already starting to make moves. We're underway. Glad to have you with us. Heading toward turn 1. Wow, they're 4 wide, Elliot.
Yeah, no, they're 5 wide, and there's out in the grass. There's no grip out there. He's lucky to get back on the track, but boy, look at this. 3 abreast right now, coming up to our tight corner. Somebody's going to have to back out of it, or maybe a couple of them.
Oh, man, this is for the lead as they head down the front straightaway.
Oh, man, well, at least he got back out of the gas. But Shims is holding on to the outside. You would have thought he would have lost the corner, but Burris is using his head here. He knows that it's going to come down the next straight, and you can still get a draft back by.
Elevon Goulart had gotten up to play there at that 3 wide scramble into turn 1, but now you've got Shims out of Austin, Texas in the 81 car, your leader. Todd Burris right behind him, who bagged his first career pole this weekend. Back there, a host of contenders. Here comes Brad Rampelberg trying to get up and get into position to battle for the lead.
A lot of good cars coming down in this corner. And you know, on the first lap, a lot of guys try and get excited down here. We're getting some good racing, but they're using their head, and they know the race is longer than 1 lap.
Eric Foss started 5th. He's already fought his way to 2nd. He is the championship leader under the bridge there and heading toward one of the left-hand corners. There's so much to talk about here at Road America. So many different types of corners, high-speed stuff, low-speed stuff, and a lot of places you can get in trouble if you put a wheel wrong.
There is, especially with all the grass here. And the one they're coming through right now is one of those. And then coming up on this carousel, which, boy, you've got to carry as much speed as possible through there, but it's so easy to slide off the edge of it because it tightens up at the end.
Around that right-hander under the snap-on bridge, still battling on lap number 1, nose to tail for the lead. A little further back, Burris has slipped back quite a bit now. He's 4th in that blue 56 car, the pancreaticcure.org machine.
Well, it's tough how to use this draft. Now, here's 2 teammates with Ryan Simsk and Foss going side by nose to tail, just trying to keep that speed up.
All the momentum they carry here through the S's on the backside of the racetrack. Shims out of Austin, Texas in the Airco mechanical car is still your leader. And right behind him is Eric Foss, who's taken the points lead after 3 rounds of this championship. 8 races overall. That's the Autobarn Mazda.
Boy, it's nice having your teammate behind you, too, because you know the guy isn't looking to punch you, isn't looking to pass you. What he's looking for is fast laps between the 2 of you.
Now, these are 45-minute sprint races. Can you wait? Can you take your time here when you're running about a 2-minute, 45-second lap?
Well, you know, I don't think you can waste any time. You have to get that lead if you can get it, because the fact is that the guys can still draft up to you, and once they catch you, you're going to be working not with your teammate, but with a lot of guys.
Shims is still the leader there in the 81, the Airco car. That's Foss in 2nd in the Autobarn machine. Aaron Malkasian, we've got onboard looks from his Alara Racing entry, the yellow car. He is 3rd in that 11. And then Burris is 4th, and a little further back, you've got Huffmaster, who's got a win this year, Rampelberg, who won the last race at Portland, and they are starting to move out of the line to try to see if they can find a way to get up and contend for the lead early in the going. We'll be right back at Road America. Our coverage today being brought to you by Mazda. On any given weekend, more Mazdas are road race than any other brand.